Okay, so today I'm going to be looking at summer watches. This is gonna be a two-part series. This is the first part, which is affordable watches, and part two will be more luxury or higher-end watches. These watches will be colorful, most of them will be water resistant, and let's get started. So number one is the one I'm wearing right now. It's a Swatch. This is a Quartz Swatch, which is like $75, and this one particularly comes on a rubber strap. There are other ones that come on mesh or fabric. The automatic ones, if you wanted a mechanical timepiece, those are like $250. And then there's the Swatch Skin Ironies, which are $150, which are really thin if you wanted something a little different from a normal Swatch. Most Swatches will have plastic cases, and they're lightweight, fun. Most of them are very colorful. The Swatch is not water resistant. Well, it's water resistant to 30 meters, but it's not adequate for swimming. So that's kind of a downside of the watch. You can't wear it in the pool. Another negative about the Swatch is the seconds hand isn't hackable, so you can't set the time accurately. You can only kind of like get close to it. The Swatches, I believe, mine comes in at 41 millimeters. There are 36 millimeter options, and the automatics and quartzes are all the same size. And number two, I have Timex. So this one is a Timex Navi-harbor. You could also look at the new Timex Q reissue. Both of these have GMT bezels, or 12-hour bezels, that you could use when you're on vacation or traveling near like a different time zone. These are water resistant to 100 meters or 330 feet, and I think the aesthetic of them are really cool. They're 38 millimeters and they wear very nicely for most wrists. I have just under a 7-inch wrist, and I think they fit me very well. This one comes on a fabric strap. The Q reissue comes on a bracelet. So these are a lot of fun. They're like $130. I think they're one of the better dual time zone watches out there. A negative for these is the loom. It's not great. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Swatch loom isn't great either. It's only on the hands, so late at night, you won't really be able to read it. Same with the Timex, it's only on the hands as well. If you wanted the older version, it does have luminous markers. This one has loom on the hands, but no luminous markers. I should have a review for the Navi-harbor sometime soon. These watches do have the date at 3 o'clock. It matches nicely. It's in negative, kind of like the dial, so it doesn't really stick out too much. And if you wanted a more unique or colorful version, I think the Timex Q reissue is the way to go. This one goes with pretty much any strap or any outfit you want to wear. So I think this one's the most versatile, but if you wanted something fun and colorful, I'd go with the reissue. So next we have really any Seiko diver under $300. I have a Seiko SKX, the very popular one. There are a few negatives about it. The bezel, it's 120 clicks, but if you have it for a while, it starts getting jammed, and it's almost impossible to use. I have it on an NDC strap, which are very comfortable. They're kind of thick, but so the SKX, I think it's the best automatic diver under $300 from Seiko, and it has a great design. I think the movement, it isn't very accurate, but it's very tough. I've had this for about 4 years now, and it's still running very well. So this is the Seiko Skx Model 007. It has a nice matte blue dial with 200 meters water resistant. It says that at the 6 o'clock in orange font. It has the day date at the 3 o'clock. It has a screw down crown at the 4 o'clock. And it has a Pepsi aluminum bezel with a loom pip at the 12. And overall, I think this is a great watch for the money. There are better divers if you go more expensive, but for the money, you can't go wrong with an SKX. And I have another diver from Seiko. This is the Seiko Solar Chronograph diver. I don't know the reference number on this. It has a 24-hour subdial at the 3 o'clock. It has the elapsed chronograph minutes at the 6 o'clock, and it has normal seconds at the 9 o'clock. It has a date at the 4:30 position, and it has screw-down pushers and a screw-down crown. It's water resistant to 200 meters, and it has a bezel, an aluminum Pepsi bezel. I have this on a blue NATO strap, and I think it's just a great everyday watch that you can wear in the water or at the beach. I think it has some nice subtle touches to it. The chronograph second hand and the chronograph minute hand are both red, and it has a nice red accent on the screw-down crown. This one's a little bit bigger, coming in at 43.5 millimeters, but I think I could pull it off. Again, my wrist is like just under 7 inches, and it doesn't wear too big on me. The lume on both of the Seikos are really good. They're super legible at night. They'll last for most of the night, and overall I don't think you could go wrong with a Seiko diver. So the next watch is just a little bit over $300. It's the Hamilton Khaki Mechanical. The brown dialed version will be $320, but the more desirable black dialed version, which is more true to the original, is $400 on Amazon. Both of these watches are manual wind. They are a tribute to the field watches of the 70s and 80s, like the Vietnam War era, and I think they do a great job. It has a satinized steel case. It is 38 millimeters, so not too big, but not too small, and it kind of goes back to the smaller sizes of the field watches of then, which were like 33 millimeters. And the numerals come in a font that kind of remind me of the font on the Timex Navi-harbor. It has a 24-hour scale on the dial. I forgot to mention, it also has that on the Navi-harbor. But it has a 24-hour scale, so you can read 24-hour time. It has a faux lume on the hands and markers. Both of them are lumed. And I think they do a great job at this. I personally really like faux lume. Other people may not, but they do a really realistic job. The hands are a little darker than the actual markers, which is seen with vintage watches. So overall, I think they do a really good job at sticking to the original design, but making it modern and contemporary so it's still relevant today. The Hamilton comes on a fabric strap with leather loops holding it in. It's kind of like a NATO, but it's a little bit shorter. The black dialed version comes with a green, like an olive green colored strap, and the brown dialed version comes with a khaki colored strap. And our final watch is the Marathon General Purpose Mechanical. This watch is a little bit smaller with a 38 millimeter plastic resin case. It comes in two variations, the khaki colored case, or kind of like a darker khaki, kind of a lighter brown colored case, or a black colored case. It has an automatic movement. It has a 41-hour power reserve, and it's water resistant to 5 ATM or 50 meters. It is mil-spec, so it can be used by the military. Some of Marathon's other watches are actually used by the military, which is pretty cool. It has a tritium lume, which lasts for 25 years. These are always visible. They are slightly radioactive, not bad for you or anything. They're always visible at night. They glow green and red. Negative about this watch is that the case is really thick for its small size, but I think it's a great fun summer watch. It's water resistant, has a matte dial so it doesn't have too much glare from the sun. It's small and comfortable. You can wear it in just as an everyday watch. It also has an acrylic crystal, which is easier to scratch, but acrylic crystal, it scratches and cracks, but it doesn't shatter like sapphire, which is why it's used by the military, because shattering glass or sapphire is not good with instruments nearby in your cockpit or On Amazon, it's just under $300. On the Marathon website, it's $360. So I recommend you buy it off Amazon because it's cheaper, and you get a great watch for the money. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like the video and comment down below what your favorite watch to wear in the summer is, what your favorite straps are to wear with it, and if you want to see, I have reviews for most of these watches in the description, so click down there if you want to see a review for it, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.